TampaBayLightning.com/tickets. Steve Burstick with your Lightning update.
102.5 The Bone, the official broadcast partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone, Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
I'm about to whip somebody's arm.
And now, it's the Mike Calta Aftershow. With your host, Johnny B.
It's the Mike Calta Aftershow. I am Johnny B., your host. So happy to be here today, as I am every single day. Phone lines are open if you'd like to join us. 800-771-1025. And us is the normal us plus a little bit more us today. Ladies and gentlemen, well, always wearing black, just like me. Not because we're going to a funeral, but because we're just cool as hell. You know what I mean? It's a good look. Ladies and gentlemen, you want her, but you may not be able to have her. You have to go through a lot of us before that happens. It is the one and only Joanne Petrella. You know her as JoJo and Judge Juicy. Good morning.
Black on me, black in me, whatever.
Okie
dokie.
dokie. Yes, I gotcha. I mean, you look good in any color, right?
Oh, thank you. I think so.
Yeah, any
I
color.
don't think so.
Any
I
color
like
on you or
I
in
like
you?
black transitions from day to night, maybe with just, a change of shoes. It's it's a classic.
It's slimming. That's why I like it.
Well, it's that also.
I only look like 285 pounds instead of 300 pounds when I wear black. It's good, right?
You look amazing.
Oh, my God. Speaking of looking amazing.
Oh, my.
This guy has never
handsomeness.
He's never been fat in his life, but I mean.
That's not true.
Well, if you consider 15 pounds overweight fat, yes.
Right.
I would murder somebody if you're the dad body version of
right?
you. This guy really needs no introduction. If you don't know his voice and you haven't been in the area long enough, I went right into radio host taking care of his guest mode and started almost asking dumb questions like, hey, do you have headphones? I did that. This guy's been doing radio way longer than I've even thought about doing it. An absolute legend in the Tampa Bay scene when it comes to radio, media, marketing, and, of course, being the face of the Tampa Bay Lightning and our USF Bulls. The one and only Greg Wolf is in the building, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. That was a very, very nice intro.
I mean,
and I did get the memo. Look, I am black, all black as
Yeah,
well.
baby.
Yeah, dude.
It does
Look
slim.
at those gams.
You look great.
I love them.
Yeah, man. So I am very thankful to be here. So thank you very much, and I brought you guys treats.
Dude,
Thank
I
you.
love it. Dude, you can be here anytime you want. I mean, when we talked last week, you were like, how about Wednesday? I'm like, dude, any day. I don't care. You could sit here. I'll stay home. It'd be better for the listeners. No, honestly, we love having you here, man. It's,
Well, thank you for having me.
It's awesome. I love the fact that we've known each other for a while.
Long time.
And we don't hang out a lot, but when we do, it's always a good time. But
Yes.
we always stay in touch via Instagram,
We
whatever.
send memes every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big meme guy, and I'm constantly sending Johnny B stuff. I sent him one this morning actually of a baby doing stand up, and
Yeah.
I was dying laughing because it's AI, but it sounds and looks legit. I'm like, can we get this baby to open for you on the next show?
I'm scared to death of AI replacing most of us, if not all of us.
Yeah.
At some point, yeah, it is. I mean, but yes and no. I think in our industry, especially like in sports and entertainment, AI can only go so far, right? That human connection,
I hope.
especially in our industry. I'm sorry, you're not going to have AI, athletes. I mean, you might at some point, but that doesn't translate to the sports and entertainment. I'm going out and I'm going to be entertained world. Like it can enhance, it can do all sorts of great things, and it can be a part of it. But I don't think it will ever replace.
I'm just worried if it gets too smart, it will be able to do the entertainment side. Now, obviously, the athletes are the athletes.
Correct.
Right? They're the bread and butter. And then you got the guys behind the scenes that make sure the broadcasts do what they do. Guys like Steve Versnick, the legends. You know what I mean?
for sure.
But I'm worried about what I do. Easily they could create an AI Johnny B in the next year that will be way better than me. They can make me better looking. They can hit one button. The guy's physically fit with abs.
Yeah, but you can't meet that guy.
Correct, and it doesn't.
You can't
There's-
go out and hang with that guy.
Correct. He's not going to be at the Hooters, for the after show, whatever
Right.
with JP. That's not happening. So she's
yeah.
right. There's a. I just saw the other day. There's an AI K-pop artist who just signed some $50-something million deal. I'm like, who's getting the money? Is it
crazy.
the company that's created an AI artist? That's
Who's paying them?
That's what I'm saying. So what? It doesn't correlate. It doesn't make sense to me. So I just feel like there's going to be the reality of just human beings. I think at some point we're all going to go, that doesn't, I don't like that.
I feel like we need a pushback. Like we need a natural pushback. I know I used to deal poker for a living for 20 years, and I remember Hard Rock way back in the day, they were testing out these poker tables that you'll see on cruise ships still, where it's like a video gaming table that's the size of a poker table.
Yeah.
And
it's all virtual, right?
Yeah, it has digital cards, and you put real money in this thing, and you play real money, but it's like fake chips on a video screen, and there's no dealer. And they were just kind of putting them in there to test it out, and a lot of us dealers at the time were like, dude, they're going to replace us with Ataris because, but the players pushed back. They said, no, we want to.
I want to see the dealer. I want to see them
Yeah.
physically flipping the cards because you're right. Like, how do I know that it's not rigged in your favor because it's electronic?
They also
it's
want
digital. Like,
they want to touch the cards. They want to touch the chips.
Yes.
They want something
Experience.
textile, something that you can feel. And I feel like it's going to, with entertainment, we might be able to hang on for a little bit longer because of
I
that.
think it's more operational stuff that'll be more of the robotic.
Streamlined.
More, yeah.
Yes.
I think that'll unfortunately take a lot of jobs.
Have you been through like a Wendy's lately, and it's all AI now, like the drive-through?
Right.
haven't.
Well, I mean,
is it really?
it's much more pleasant, than some of these kids that are working
they're efficient.
drive-through windows.
They don't have an
but
attitude.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I like that. I like the imperfections of somebody that's smoking weed and it's making me a Baconator at midnight. I love that.
They're putting their effort into it.
Like-
You're like, cause you hope they are, right? Like they
They're
want to
gonna
make
be
it for
like, "Oh my God,
themselves, right?
I feel like this sandwich needs like 17 more pieces of bacon.
I feel like I've walked so many people off, like on the other, like walked them, took them off the ledge. What's the term?
Talk?
Talked them off the ledge.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're
A guy
welcome.
that talks can't talk. But I mean, I've been to like a Wendy's at 1 o'clock in the morning where I could tell the guy was just done with life.
Yeah.
And I go, hey man, how many slices of bacon come on that Baconator? And he's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Why you gotta be asking
It's
me?
got a lot of goddamn bacon on it, man. Like, why are we doing this, man? I get off work in 45 minutes, man. And I go, buddy, I'm so sorry, man. You know what I mean?
That's great, though.
My bad.
That's
dude.
hilarious.
Yeah, you want me to come in there and help you, dude? I worked at McDonald's when I was a teenager. I will come in there and toast some buns for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I go, this isn't the end of your story. I'm telling the guy through the speaker,
You guys are having a moment.
I go,
Did you pull around and it wasn't even a real guy? It was just AI.
how funny would that be? It's just a depressed AI robot. He's like, bro, they coded me
732
They wanted to make me
hours.
real believable, bro.
God damn it, man. They got me running on A1 chip, man.
That'd be
Stupid
funny.
Checkers has A5 chips, man. But they are. My brother is fatter than me, and he goes through a lot more drive-throughs. I still try to pretend like I don't eat bad food all the time.
Yeah.
So I don't do a lot of drive-through eating. And unless I'm, out drinking, and then I'll have my driver go through one.
Sure.
Because I believe when you're drunk, calories don't count.
Fair enough.
I really believe there's a calorie god up in the clouds.
Sure.
And they look down and they go, is Johnny at Taco Bell? And they go, yeah, well, dude,
Doesn't count.
He's hammered.
yeah,
And I
he's
go,
wasted.
all right, that's fine. Then let's just make his poop hurt tomorrow. All right, done, deal. But
So true.
yeah,
So true.
yeah. But my brother tells me all these. He goes, dude, there's nobody working at the Wendy's by my house in Lutz. I'm like, what are you talking? They have to be. He goes, just the people making the burgers. He goes, there's a fake person in the drive-thru. I walked up. There was just a credit card machine in the window. And I'm like, what? Get
Completely
out of here.
automated.
Pretty much, yeah. And that's where they're going. So I think a lot of these people, especially now that, the fast food workers are up to $15 an hour.
Right.
You got to think these big corporate greedy people are going to be like, oh, okay. You want to get the laws changed? You
Right.
want to make more money? I'll put a robot in there.
Right.
So
Yeah.
how you like that? So it is scary. But let's not go down an hour-long rabbit hole of gloom and
AI.
doom with AI.
How do we even
You know
get
what I
on
mean?
that? I don't even remember how we got on that topic.
No one's taken over your job, Greg Wolf, because nobody
Let's
can
hope.
do
They
it like
can't.
you.
That's what I want to hear.
They
Yeah.
can't.
I got
Appreciate
you.
that. Appreciate that.
If you
I
guys
only
go
speak
to
truths.
if you go to Lightning games or USF games, and you should be. If you don't, I don't know what you're doing. I know a ton of people go to USF games.
Big one this weekend, by the way. Huge one this weekend.
Oh, my God.
Homecoming. It's
Yeah.
homecoming.
That's right. After a big road trip.
Dude, homecoming this Saturday is going to be on swole. You've got a 5-1 football team, right, who is like right now controlling their own destiny.
Yes.
You've got an FAU team coming in here who's going to be hungry, and we're going to obviously need to do work on these boys. And then it gets really interesting after this week. We're not looking further ahead, but we all know what's on the schedule at Memphis. We all know at Navy. They just
Yeah.
announced the 12 noon kickoff, which makes me think You do your job this weekend, there's a very good chance you might be College game day next week.
Oh, shut up, dude. Would
Think
that
about
be
that.
nuts?
Wouldn't that? I mean, that's what I feel like it's setting up for that, right? So
And
Have they ever?
you'll-
no, because it's at Memphis, so it would not be. Has what USF been?
Yeah.
It's a great question.
I think we
feel
were
like,
close.
I feel like, well, when we were number 2 in the country, maybe when we went to Auburn, maybe College game day was up in Auburn because we won in Auburn.
Yeah.
And, well, I don't think they were here when we played West Virginia. So that's a great question. I do not know if game day has featured USF. I don't recall. And if it did, it would have
Not-
been that year when Grothy
Yeah.
was.
I'm going to say,
so.
somebody text Matt.
Yeah, so
Long
Matt,
time.
hit us up.
He's
Grothy,
outside.
he's listening. No, yeah, he's outside working on
building
his
a tiki
shit.
deck.
Yeah, which looks amazing, by the way.
I know,
The fact that he's got the hands and tools to do that is remarkable, dude. I love that guy. So it's going to be a huge one this Saturday. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, dude, I'm enjoying USF so much. I mean, I've always supported a team. I was at the very first game when we beat Kentucky Wesleyan.
80-3.
Yeah, was that crazy?
Wow.
It's amazing.
I was there with a couple of my high school buddies that I played football with,
Yeah.
and we were at that point we're in college because I'm old.
Yep.
And I go, dude, USF finally has a team. We're gonna go. And the whole way there, I'm going, look, man, don't expect a lot.
Right.
It's their first game.
Correct.
I know Kentucky Wesleyan's a small school. I go, but
We've
if
never
we
played
lose-
football, right.
If we lose, we lose.
Right.
We're just gonna watch USF
Finally.
play football.
Right.
And then they go out there and just annihilate
Destroyed
them.
it.
And
it
I
was
go,
like we were playing a high school team. It was like, this is, wow, are we that good? And it's like, no, guys,
No.
we're playing a high school team.
It was like the Globetrotters playing the
It really
Generals.
was.
I go, what are we doing? But yeah, no,
It was
it was.
great. Yeah.
They've been solid even when they have down seasons. They're still such a great organization, and just I love to see success locally.
Yep.
and I love to see the attitude. It really reminds me of like how the Lightning turned it around 20 years ago, and they've been just a powerhouse since. It reminds me of how Bruce Arians and Tom Brady came in and kind of changed the culture of the Bucks, and they've been that way since. And it just makes Tampa just seem like, and even the Rays, for a while there, they were pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Tampa Bay Sun, our women's soccer team, guess what? They won the first ever USL
The
Super
Sun?
League championship in year 1.
they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
absolutely awesome.
Love that.
The Rowdies, not
Yeah.
too shabby. I'll be
No.
singing the anthem for them on Saturday. So
Nice.
if you're there, I'll be doing a barbecue breath. I'm judging Pig Jig and going straight over to the Rowdies. to sing.
Fabulous.
Oh, I say you just let that BBQ breath fly.
I have a rib in my
That's
hand.
nothing's more American.
Dude, nothing would be more American if
Yeah.
you did the anthem with a rib in
Can
your
you,
hand.
Matt, Ralph's mob would go crazy if I was just throwing ribs up into the stands.
Let's do
It'd
it.
be great, man. But no, going to the Lightning game so much more fun because of the production, because of what you guys do.
Best in the league.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like the lighting the coils and having you out there doing your thing, wearing your blazer. It's like it's fun to see what you bring to every game.
I appreciate that.
And it does make it a lot of fun. I was lucky enough to be part of Lightning Radio for one season, and then they got smart. They were like, yeah, probably don't want too much comedy with this. He's got.
I just think that, well, so it was you and Chief, right? That would tee
Yeah.
up me and Kobe for the block party.
I made Chief cuss a few times.
Yeah, I think they just weren't prepared for that combo right
I
there. I don't
know.
know if they were
It's
quite ready
fine.
for it. But it was awesome.
I couldn't believe they let me do it. Like the whole season, I was like, they got to get rid of me, dude. This is dumb.
They heard you.
were like, yep,
See, when you put
he's
that
out.
out into the atmosphere,
It was really.
But it was fun. I mean, you had fun. I mean,
Dude, I had a blast,
was
man.
great.
I loved it. I
We're
love
back,
the whole
actually.
team, dude. I love everything.
Today is the first episode of the Bolts Block Party season. We had Tyler Johnson on the show, so if you want to tune in, the podcast is live this morning. Obviously, he was in town to kick things off for opening night, so obviously we took advantage of that. So Tyler Johnson kicking off the Bolts Block Party. Again, it just dropped this morning. The video will be on YouTube later, but the podcast is live right now. You go to Apple, Spotify, wherever you got to get your podcast.
The podcast is awesome. I love it. Big fan. It's done so well, and it should be, because you've got so much experience, not only with the Lightning for years, but your journey started in radio, you
Yeah.
know, as an intern.
Yeah.
Hooters Radio.
Yeah.
See, I've been here my whole life. I know everything about
He does.
everybody.
He knows the whole trek.
I really do. Yeah. And
Well,
then,
I haven't had a chance to sit down with Mo yet, and we've talked
That's
about
probably
it.
for the better.
yeah, you're fine.
I know,
Yeah, it's
but
great.
just again, the lineage, right? If you look at Tampa radio and you go, like I told Jack Harris this a while ago, I said somebody needs to create a Tampa Bay radio tree. A chart, if you will. And if you go on that chart and you go back to Ron and Ron, right? And back in those days of YNF and start doing the lineage of guys that have been offshoots of Ron Diaz And, even going back to Cowhead, and you start going like guys like that, like Mo was a part of that, and Walt Marsicano, and you start like putting the tree together of people that have spawned off of different shows, right?
Yeah.
So I was a product of the Hooters on the Radio show, which Lynn, Austin, and BL, but Ron and Fez were a part of that as well, and then they branched off, and then Mo was a part of this, and Greg goes to Wild, and then Ian has a show with Ron Diaz, and it's just like you start putting all the pieces together, and it's just like, wow, the lineage of Tampa entertainment and radio runs deep. And I think somebody needs to create that, man.
You sound like you're on your way to doing that.
I mean, I don't have the history that in depth. I know there's like some Facebook Tampa radio groups, and I know they're more geared towards the older generation. But like, we're the next generation of this radio world, right? I mean, I started in radio in '96, like when I was at USF, and so. Like looking at it now, that's like 30 years ago. It blows my mind.
Isn't that wild? But I really,
my mind.
I feel like a lot of us, older cats, and I'm Calta and Galvin's age.
Yeah.
But like when you guys were doing that, and when the first time I met Mike, he was handing out T-shirts at an event for another personality I won't say on this station.
Yep.
And I was DJing at a nightclub, at 2 nightclubs. So I was this, nightclub DJ.
Yeah, you probably remember him.
No.
DJ Johnny Shock.
For 1 month.
Johnny Shock.
For
Johnny
1 month.
Shock,
Shock. For 1 month, okay?
Where were you at? Where were your spots?
I did a
Keto?
No, I did it was East Tampa, so I was really salt of the earth. No, I was DJing at a bottle club.
Okay.
From 2:30 in the morning until 7 in the morning, called the Night Gallery.
Okay.
And then I DJ'd at the big honky tonk / dance club next to it called Club 92 for 8 years.
Like way out there,
East.
Brandon, like Rusty. Yeah, I remember that. Like,
Sefner.
there was nothing out there.
Yeah, exactly. So they brought me in and to actually spin like hip hop, and it was like brand new for them. And, and I remember having to talk the owner into it because it was just like a country bar. And it was like kind of like adjacent to the old Dallas Bulls, like a few miles away from each other. They had the same audience. And I go, look, if I come in, I'm going to play dance music. And I'm going to bring Ebor in and everything else. And they're like, I don't know, man. I go, give me a month. And it took off. They loved it.
Yep.
And I used to have to, there would be brawls because these big, crazy rednecks would come up and DJ booth. And I remember one guy was like, hey, man, you can play one more song by a black person. And we're going to rip you out this DJ booth and kick your ass. I go, yeah, you and who? Because I was like 450 pounds back then. I was way bigger. Yeah. And I was young, and I'll hit you. Back then, I'll hit you. I didn't care. Now I'm very diplomatic because my back hurts. But
fair enough.
I go, yeah, you and who? And he points, and there's like 80 cowboy hats. And I'm like, did a rodeo just get into town?
Sounds like it.
So I call my boss up in the DJ booth, and this guy's 6'5", 280 pounds, and he used to fight people in parking lots for fun. And I go, dude, this guy said if I play one more song by a black person, he's going to beat my ass. And he goes, well, you got 2 choices. It's either Beastie Boys or Vanilla Ice. And I go, oh, son of a bitch. So I did. Right then I go, hey, shout out to all my cowboys in the room. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. The dance floor goes crazy. All cowboy hats are flying. Tables are flying. I'm hitting anybody that looks like they may want to kill me. It was a wild, wild time. But that kind of set the tone in 1993. In East Tampa for old Johnny Shock.
Johnny Shock.
Johnny Shock.
But, dude, you were like the big nighttime radio guy I looked up to. And then, 20 years later, I become the nighttime radio guy on the bone. But, yeah, you went over to Wild, and you were doing awesome stuff back then.
We did some stuff that there is no way, no how that would fly in today's landscape. Because I have so much footage, and I swear one of these days I will put it out there. Because it's all on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
And so my crew, the Wild Bunch, I would make them go out every single night with a camcorder. And when we would do our street stunts or street bits or whatever, I was like, you need to document what we're doing. Not only for the purposes of people believing the crazy stuff that we're doing out on the streets, but eventually we're going to put out a Wild Bunch Gone Wild DVD. Like that was the point, was to get, and this is before social media. So we were already thinking we need content. Content is what is going to drive.
That's about the time like Girls Gone Wild and stuff.
That was Girls Gone Wild.
Videos.
That's when MySpace was just kind of starting. So I knew we have a platform, like we're going to need this content.
Right.
And so I have stuff like the Titillizing Tuesdays that we were doing with every week. I'd feature a different strip club, and the girls would come in the studio, and we had cameras like this, the Pepsi in studio cameras. It was after 10 o'clock, so it was safe harbor.
Yeah.
So really, you can log on and watch the girls dance on the tape on the studio desk. Like, we were doing wild stuff. And again, I documented everything. So here we are now, 30 years later. I have things on VHS tapes. And again, looking at the radio corporate world that we live in, we would have all been fired. We would have been canceled. Like, there's no way. Because, again, you think about the shock jock 90s, early 2000s radio. None of that would fly today. None of it. So one of these days, I'm going to put this stuff out there, and some certain people on my Wild Bunch need to be a little worried, because if stuff gets out that I have on tape, they're going to be in trouble.
I may be in one of your tapes.
You might be.
No.
Me too. I might have been on one of those tables.
No, not for like showing my boobies, but I did something.
Bar?
I did a street stunt, and I won. You had a little contest on, and I don't remember even exactly where. It was somewhere in South Tampa, I think. But
Okay.
it was a Yoo-Hoo drinking competition.
I remember
Do you remember
this.
that?
Yes.
I won it. I tore everybody up. I drank a whole Yoo-Hoo in like 1.2 seconds.
I remember this.
Yeah,
You got that
was
good
it concert
throat.
tickets, or was
yeah,
it
it was for concert tickets.
I miss the days where you had to do stuff for concert tickets.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Listen,
You
that's one of them.
You waited in line for concert tickets.
That was one of them that I have on tape that I have release forms, because when you came in the studio, we'd be like, you need to sign these release forms, because it could be on camera. So one of them was it was the most simple contest we had ever done on the night show. It was simply, what would you do for Prince tickets?
Oh my God!
And that was all it was. We're going to keep this open ended. You can come up to the studio, you can do something in the parking lot, like whatever. And the girls that came into the studio to do things for Prince tickets, I can't rehash that. But again, I have it on tape. I will say the one PG one, and I'll just throw it out there. Can't do the X-rated or the R-rated ones. A guy and a girl came up to the studio. One of our characters on the night show, his name was Waldo. Or was it Waldo? Yeah, because he looked like, where's Waldo?
Yeah.
So Waldo, we called him Party Boy. We made him go outside and walk around barefoot outside the studio, like in the grass, in the dirt, whatever. So he had flip-flops on, dirty feet.
Sure.
So this guy and a girl came up to the studio, and we're like, yeah, so what are you going to do? And they said, we will suck on his toes together. I was like, no, you are not. And they're like, yep, we sure will. It was a guy and a girl. I'm like, they're not going to do this. So he sat up on the studio, put his feet up in the air, and he had one foot, she had the other, and they were going to town on his toes, dirty, disgusting, and everything. And they didn't win. They didn't win the tickets at all.
Oh, my God.
Because that wasn't even close to the girls that actually.
See, those were the good old days.
Yes.
Remember when Mike
That's
Calta,
entertainment.
Remember when
It was
Mike Calta had besides like fettuccine and all the things that
Which
would
is
make
so disgusting.
I changed the channel. Like between
can't.
us, I can't do it, dude.
Blech.
I can't.
I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
My favorite though is when he had a mother and daughter make out for Kiss tickets.
Yeah. I mean, and they do it. People do it.
That's the best part. So AI is never going to replace that stuff.
You're
guys.
right.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right.
you
We got to
know?
bring back the old days.
Yes, we just need people don't want AI to take over. You need to just start chilling out, not canceling everything, and let things be more fun and free again.
Oh, the
Right.
pendulum's swinging back. The cancel
I
culture is
hope.
not crazy anymore. I said this yesterday, Greg. I don't know if you were listening, but I go, man, you know how I feel really old because I'm the same age as the morning show guys. And I remember they used to cattle prod young Carmen. They used to shoot blow darts at Medicine Man. They used to do the wildest stuff. They would just have listeners fight each other in the studio. All this. And then yesterday for an hour they talked about what do I need to eat to poop more regular. And I go, Jesus, how old are we, dude?
That's why. I mean,
And people were so
sad.
interested because our fan base.
Yeah,
is
he
grown
updated
up
y'all
too.
this morning that he
Yeah.
finally went.
Yeah.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
day. Every
Good,
day it's like
good.
chia seeds. What do we do? You
Yeah.
know, like I miss the days where we were beating up prostitutes. What are we doing, man?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
man.
need to
if
bring
you're
it back.
The good old days.
Greg Wolf is in the studio. If you're just tuning in, if you're not following him, go follow his Instagram. It's
please do.
fantastic. It is Greg Wolf TBL, correct?
Yes, sir.
And, of course, Joanne Petrella, Johnny B. Tampa. You know all of us, baby. We only got him for an hour, man. You know, it just flies right by. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. Greg Wolf in studio.
Yeah.
We have to RIP to a fantastic artist when we come back.
We
Gotta
do.
show him some love.
Please bring him some love.
And it'll be a happy one. It won't be sad.
Okay.
We'll do it when we come back. This is the Mike Calta After Show.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's the Mike Calta Show. Featured cut of the day. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. The Mike Calta Show. Download the free Bone app. 102.5, The Bone.
Plantar fasciitis feels like pointed, sharp pain, very intense, can make your eyes water. It makes you walk funny because you're trying to get pressure off your heel. I had instability. I was so frustrated. I didn't know what to do. And I was driving past the Good Feet store. I mean, why not? Give it a try.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love.
They wanted to make sure they fitted me with the right thing. And so they brought out several different arch supports and gave me the opportunity to try them in shoes and walk around with them until they found the perfect ones for my feet. I had no idea that they would be that patient, and I had no idea they would be that kind. And you just knew, like, your feet just, when they got on the right ones, they were like, oh yeah. And it really did make a big difference. It made my foot not hurt. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Stop by any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota today, or visit us at goodfeet.com.
Waterman Properties, Tampa Bay's trusted general contractors for over 20 years, want to work for you. From demolition and project management to full renovations and custom home builds, Waterman can handle any project from start to finish. These guys don't just build homes and outdoor spaces, they build relationships with honesty and pride in every project. Waterman is all about quality, no shortcuts, no cutting corners, just solid craftsmanship you can count on. Get a free estimate for any project. Go to watermanproperties.net or call 813-715-7383. Watermanproperties.net. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Save big on our entire truck lineup during Toyota Truck Month. Drive a new Tacoma for $279 per month. Plus, you're only 2 clicks away from your best price. Click the button, complete our form, and get our best price instantly. When you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey, we make it happen.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
It's October, and yes, it is still hot. But do not worry. Hawkins Service Company has you covered with new AC systems starting at just $112 a month with 0% financing. Or you can go ahead and get the season kicked off right with a $59 furnace tune-up. So when the cooler nights finally hit, you are going to be good to go. Don't wait and schedule today. You can book online at hawkinsserviceco.com or give them a call, 813-445-8209. Offer ends October 31st. Hawkins, one call, handles it all.
At International Diamond Center, diamonds always take center stage, but you won't believe the new collection of rare colored gemstones they have now.
When you see the color that we've procured and the collections that we've put together, it's going to blow you away.
IDC's Brian LeClaire.
Stones like a Paraíba from Brazil, extremely rare and hard to find, but the stone just absolutely pops and talks. It's got that beautiful ocean color.
Sapphires? Yes, IDC has them. Emeralds and rubies too, but so much more.
One-of-a-kind Saverites. Beautiful, vibrant green color. Red spinel from Burma. Unbelievable pigeon blood red color. Aquamarines, Santa Maria color.
Are you looking to add some color with fashion jewelry or even an engagement ring? IDC invites you to a whole new world of exquisite choices.
What we've really focused on is making sure that we are finding the most rare, spectacular gemstones.
Discover unique and rare precious gemstones and add some color to your life at International Diamond Center, Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
A cat named Mo from Google Rabble Live. Primetime, baby, for all American gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey. Newport Richey's #1 gun range. As a matter of fact, the #1 gun range in Florida. Put that in your revolver and spin it. They have a charity drone shoot November 1st, 2 to 7 p.m., where a portion of the proceeds will go to Action Zone, which is a nonprofit that supports veterans and first responders. That's because All American Gunslingers is owned and ran by veterans, which is why they care about your rights, your safety, and your freedom. America! Bang, bang!
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. We recently received a call from an injured person. The insurance company had offered them $11,000. We took the case over and got more than $2 million in court. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
What's up, Bone listeners? It's Captain Zach. Are you looking for more power? Check out my friends at LBP. Whether you're boating, taking a cruise on the golf cart, my friends at Lithium Battery Power have the innovative technology to give that to you. Check them out at lithiumbatterypower.com or call 727-223-9831. Lithium Battery Power. Longer life, more power.
Hurry in for kickoff savings at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with 0 down or make no payments for a year on over 600 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Tucson SE for only $259 a month. All are backed by owner assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service. Visit crownhyundai.com. With approved credit, 36-month lease, 10K miles a year, $39.99 due at signing plus dealer fee and electronic filing.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Toyota.com. This is Fox 13's Dave Osterberg from the Sky Tower Weather Center. Mostly sunny skies for your Wednesday. Seasonably warm again as high temperatures sneak back into the upper 80s this afternoon. Clear, pleasant tonight with a low in the upper 60s, and it looks like Thursday's forecast just as beautiful. Mixture of clouds and sunshine, a little breezy, with tomorrow's highs going back to the upper 80s.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, just for fun. Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
So that I think my daughter's cute.
It's not fun. There's nothing fun about that process
The prep
at all.
is the worst, dude.
The prep is god awful. That stuff they make you drink, and you're just on the toilet for 8 hours straight. But
I like
then you
that-
feel good because there's nothing in your system.
The
You're
drink I
clean.
did, it was called Go Lightly. I'm like,
Yes.
I did not go lightly at all. I went very heavily.
By the way, one of my good friends ended up, she was like doubled over in like excruciating pain one night at work, and we took her to the hospital. They thought that she just had a clogged colon, so they gave her Go Lightly.
Oh, boy.
Clogged colon?
Yeah, it was
blow it out.
appendicitis.
Oh.
So she was completely misdiagnosed. Drank
They coulda
all of
killed
the,
her.
Yes,
Oh.
drank all of the Go Lightly. Sent her home. She called me back like 3 days later. She was like, "The pain is still there."
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was unbelievable. But I'll never forget. She was like, "This is the most foul
I can't imagine.
thing
I
that
can't
I've
imagine.
ever." And she, poor thing, she drank all of it because she was just trying to go to the bathroom.
Can you imagine having appendicitis and you're just on the, like you're blowing out and there's nothing left in your system, but you're still in the excruciating pain? That would be the worst
It
experience.
was the most. We literally had just become friends. She had just moved here. It was like 2 or 3 weeks or whatever.
Can I imagine? It happened to me.
You also had a clogged colon, misdiagnosed?
Well, I was having, I was feeling like crap. I had massive stomach pain, everything. My sister-in-law was, I guess she thought she was a nurse. I don't know, but she goes, "You need to poop." And I was like, "I don't know, man. Like, I feel like there's something worse."
Yeah.
And she goes, "I'll give you an enema."
Oh.
No.
So she went and got one of those fleet enemas from like Eckerd's.
Yeah.
You know, that's how long ago it was.
Eckerd
This
drug.
is like 1996, and Greg was probably on air. You know, he's
Yeah.
probably like,
Getting
"Shout
right
out,
around there, yeah.
shout out to Johnny, he's dying." But so she puts it in there, bloop, right? And you know, I made some poo poo, right?
Sure.
But I still felt horrible, and I go, I am not doing well. Well, I grew up as a kind of a hypochondriac as a kid, right?
Yeah.
Shocking.
And even as an adult, a little bit.
Yeah. I can imagine you like
So
that.
they're like, "Man, you just need to relax." So I drove myself to the hospital, went into the hospital, and they were like, "Oh, your appendix is about to burst."
Yes, that's what they told my girlfriend. They were
Yeah,
like,
that's bad.
as soon as she walked in, she was like, "I have," and they're like, it's like clearly whatever she looked like and what
Yeah.
you need to get. So now I'm trying to call her parent. Like, I don't even know her, and I got to call her mom, and I got to be with her because I can't leave her by herself in the hospital. She doesn't know anybody in this town. I mean, it was insane.
Dude, my family, I guilted them for so many years after that because I call them from the hospital and I'm like, yeah, I'm going into OR here in about half hour. And at the time, I was 420 pounds. I go, the doctor says my mortality rate is about 40%. So I don't know, 4 out of 10. I'll see you tomorrow.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for giving me an enema. And yeah, it was crazy.
Well, I'm glad you're here to talk about that story. So
I know. I love it when I
out.
tell stories like that and people are like, "What happened?" I go, "I died." What are you talking about? What happened?
I'm AI. I'm not really here right now.
AI Johnny B. Greg Wolf is
Oh,
here.
my gosh.
He is the face of the Tampa Bay Lightning and also our USF Bulls. And what a great time to be a Tampanian.
Yes.
You've been here for a long, long time, Greg.
I did. I moved here in summer of 92.
Yeah, and it's wild. And for people to follow, what's the best way if somebody wants to go follow the Greg Wolf story? Have they made a documentary about you yet?
There is not a documentary, but there are some print news stories out there in the interwebs. You can search. Forbes actually did a piece.
Nice.
On your boy. So if you search Forbes magazine, Greg Wolf, it'll pop up. There's been articles, the USF Oracle, Tampa Bay Times. Again, if you just search Greg Wolf.
It's very Googleable.
It's very Googleable. We've even thrown it into the AI machine, and the AI machine get a very, very, actually it's kind of scary description of my career.
That's pretty cool.
It was actually cool. But it was, like you said, in these instances, I think AI is kind of cool because it kind of nailed things right on the head. And I actually had to reshare it because of how on point it was, even to the point of the small hiatus I had with the Lightning when, I was working for the original ownership group,
right.
Mr. Davidson, before as Phil Esposito calls them, the Cowboys came in and bought the team. That was the very short window that I was not the host for the team. That's when they had taken things over. They blew us all out. I was still, though, affiliated with the team because as I was blown out of there, I immediately got hired by the
blown out like a colonoscopy.
Almost, exactly. That was my first awakening in that speak. But no, then I got hired across the street for the radio group that was the home at that time of the Tampa Bay Lightning. So it's like, oh, well, the host for the Lightning is no longer, but now he's the promotions director for our broadcast partner.
Right.
So he's still going to be very much involved in the process. He's going to be working with all of our affiliates, our ticket giveaways, he is the guy. So I still was involved. And I also was still doing the Tampa Bay Storm at the time because Brittany, who took over when I had been vacated for that short period of time, she did not want to do the Storm. And so they're like, okay. And so Greg kept doing the Storm while he was a promotions director for the broadcast station. And so, again, there was a very small window. So AI actually knew that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. Like, it knew that for a small period of time, he was not. And I was like, whoa, like, how did it pull that thing out? And so, but yeah, so the path has been, it's been pretty awesome. But no, there's not a documentary. There probably should be because it's been a pretty remarkable story.
Well, the cool thing about like the Vinicks, when they bought it.
Yes.
They actually cared about the fans enough to where they did like a market research with the fans, and they kept seeing, where's Greg Wolf?
Yes.
Where's our host?
Yes.
So they were like, why is this guy not hosting? So
Yes.
immediately they get a hold of you, and you're like, absolutely, I'd love to get back in that role.
100%.
And you have not relinquished it since. And
Facts.
It's like legendary status. Like it's been, what was that, almost 20 years ago when that happened, right?
So that was right at the lockout year. So was that 2011, 12, like right in that regard, like right in that general area. That's when, like you said, Mr. Vinnick bought the team, brings in Todd Leiweke, and Steve Griggs, and Todd Leiweke coming from Seattle and the Sounders and everything that they had built out there, the 7th man or the 12th man and all that. I was thinking soccer and hockey and getting them all mixed up, but in football. But he brings in Todd Leiweke, and like you said, Todd Leiweke coming into this market, taking over this team, he said, what are the fans saying? I need to know what is every season you get as a season ticket member now called Bolt for Life members, or you're a half season ticket buyer, or you're a single game. They have your information. And so they send you a survey at the end of the year to say, we want to know your opinion from the moment you walked in this arena to how you were greeted by the staff, your usher at your section, the concessions, the host, Paul Porter, the music, like everything they ask you. And so fans were asking, where's Greg Wolf? Like, what happened to Greg Wolf? And so Todd Leiweke goes, who's Greg Wolf? And they're like, why? Because the fans are asking, where is this guy?
Yep.
And then Bill Wickett at the time's like, well, he's actually he's with our broadcast partner. He was here, and then he explained to him he was doing great, and they blew him out for nothing because they want to bring in their own people, which I get, but like not really. So he's across the street.
Yeah.
And so then Wickett calls me and says, hey, you want to come back? I was like, Wake, I never wanted to leave in the first place. He's like, I know, but we got good people.
Beautiful,
and so
man.
I'm so excited. No, you're not, because it's lockout year. And if you remember that lockout year, we didn't have hockey till January.
Yeah.
And we sucked. It was like 3 months and we were done. But ever since that, it's been an upward trajectory the whole time. And
it's awesome. And the like I said, the show that you guys put on, it's so much fun to be at a game. And I tell people all the time, watching it on TV, it's great. Listening to it on the bone is fantastic.
For sure.
Nobody does it better than Michigan.
Yo.
But there's something about going to a hockey game. To me, it's the best live sports experience. It doesn't even come close. I love going to football games. I love, USF's fun. The Bucks are fun, but there is nothing like arena hockey in person. Is so much different.
It is, and it's because it is a sport that is nonstop, right? You look at football, like you just said. Football, you have a play, you stop. There's timeouts, there's injuries. There's so much downtime. In hockey, there is none. It is consistently moving. You're constantly getting that sensory overload. Like you said, from the moment the puck stops, whether the play stops, what happens? Immediately, music comes on. If it's a timeout, you're getting a video vignette.
There's a fight.
There's a fight. There's always movement, and it's always keeping you engaged. And like you said, some teams do a really good job of captivating their audiences and keeping them locked in and engaged from the moment they walk in to the moment they leave. And the Lightning, obviously, this past season being nominated and winning the NHL Stanley Award for Best Game Presentation, especially winning over Las Vegas, who's won it year in and year out because their budget is like 10 times everybody else in the league.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of unfair to categorize them with everybody else, but the fact that we beat Vegas is a testament not only to the product that, the Lightning Vision crew, do game in and game out, but it's been that way for years. And like you said, I've been to other venues, other hockey arenas. It's just not the same. No, and I'm not saying that because I'm being a homer. I'm just like, I literally just sit back as a fan and see, what are they doing? What are we not doing that they're doing or whatever? Am I completely engaged the whole game? And I do not get that from other arenas except for, like I said, Vegas, because they are shows.
I think you guys are a big reason why Tampa is a hockey town. People thought it would never happen. How are you going to have hockey in the state of Florida? Now the two best teams in hockey are in the state of Florida.
Right.
And I think a lot of that is a credit to the entertainment value, getting people into the arena. Obviously, if you're selling more tickets, you can afford to have better players, and it all kind of plays together. So Greg Wolf is here, everybody. We're only an hour. Only an hour. We're like one period of hockey. We got one more break. We'll come wrap things up. JoJo's in the building. You already know it. You can see us on
Bone TV.
And on YouTube.
I know. I was trying to find Greg. He's just, poor thing's just down in the corner. You have to talk, and the microphone will kick your camera on. But yeah, we need to get these cameras
above my pay grade, JoJo.
It's the Mike Calta After Show on 102.5 The Bone. Stingray Chevrolet presents Calta Cruise 19. You can win a cabin on Calta Cruise 19. Visit Stingray Chevrolet and scan the QR code on the Calta Cruise display to enter. While you're there, find the vehicle that's right for you from their selection of new and used cars. Calta Cruise 19. Brought to you by Stingray Chevrolet, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4 exit 22, Plant City. For all the details, visit theboneonline.com.
Julian loves golf. Even a life-threatening birth defect couldn't keep him from seeking his perfect swing. We believe in Julian's dream because we share it. Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital. All we do, all for kids.
Every Saturday, you get the pageantry, tradition, and chaos of college football. Gear up for another exciting college football weekend, fully loaded with ranked matchups. Sign up at the Hard Rock Bet today and bet $5 on any game. If you win, you also score $150 in bonus bets. Plus, you have the NFL, you have playoff baseball, and the NBA is right around the corner. Download the app now or simply go to hardrock.bet and start winning today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 833-PLAY-WISE.
If your plug's burned out or your switch won't flip.
If your power cuts out or when your breaker starts to trip.
For all things electrical, call us today.
And a Bolt electrician will be on the way. A Bolt electrician is on the way. Yep.
From panel upgrades to garage EV chargers.
And fixing broken switches or outlets to installing powerful whole home generators.
Call for a Bolt electrician.
Online at boltelectric.com.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Your insurance agent should know more than just your name. After all, you're trusting them with what matters most: your family, your company, your wealth. That's why at Italiano Insurance, we're so proud of our local involvement. And with over 60 years of supporting local charities in Tampa Bay, we can truly say we know this community and its people. That's the Italiano Insurance way. Join us and become one of the familiar faces. Find us at ItalianoInsurance.com. That's ItalianoInsurance.com.
Brandon Honda is having its biggest used car event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Ravi. Right now at Brandon Honda, get certified pre-owned vehicles from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, HRVs $14,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. We're approving all credit applications, plus make no payments for 90 days. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-527-9308 for more information.
Renewal by Anderson has Fall Savings Month going on right now. 20% off replacement windows and patio doors through the entire month of October. Plus, no money down, no payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. They do phenomenal work. They will make your house even more beautiful than I'm sure it already is. Renewal by Anderson, superior products, exceptional service, bestwindowsflorida.com, license number CGC 1527613.
Attention construction pros. Purple Wave Auction brings quality equipment to your fingertips. Join our bi-weekly online auctions featuring dozers, excavators, loaders, and more. We provide detailed listings, photos, and seller contact info. Inspect online or in person. With our no reserve policy, every item sells to the highest bidder. Visit purplewave.com today and see why informed builders choose Purple Wave. Transparent processes, real deals. Your next great purchase awaits. purplewave.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's lots of reasons. Just like there's a reason millions of people called us last year in their time of need. When it comes to fighting for justice and compensation, millions of people across the country trust us to go to battle for them. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
The pouch that's sweeping the nation. John Senning here for Tiza Energy. If you've been sleeping under a rock, you might not know about the pouch that you dip between your cheek and your gum. If you're trying to stop vaping, dipping, smoking, you got a jaw full of chaw all the time, leave it in the past and go with Tiza. This pouch is filled with tea-cut herbs, vitamins, minerals, and caffeine that are going to have you focused and alert all day. I love popping in a Bangin' Black Cherry right before the show. It gives me that focused energy I'm really craving. You can stock up at TizaEnergy.com. Use the code BONE20 for 20% off everything in the online store and check out the store locator. Tiza now available in Walmarts across the state, as well as 7-Elevens, Liquor Depot locations, and much more. You can even stock up on Amazon. Subscribe and save so you got a box of Tiza at your door every single week. Tiza Energy, why spit when you can swallow?
Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL, is sending you to see the Bucs play in Buffalo. It happens November 16th, and the trip includes hotel, airfare, and tickets to the game. To enter, just scan the QR code at participating locations. Visit BudLightFootball.com for complete details. It's Baker, Allen, and you. You should probably start practicing jumping through plastic tables now, just so you're ready when you get there.
This'll only hurt for a minute.
Win a trip to see the Bucs in Buffalo from Bud Light at 102.5 The Bone. Now, back to the Mike Calta Aftershow.
She gets me higher than a 747. Turns me up to 11. Man, this must be heaven. I never doubt her loving for a second. For 2 to 3 babies and a wedding, I'm spending something.
Welcome back to Mike Calta After Show, 10:51 in the morning. We got a couple more minutes with you before we turn you over to JP on the bone.
That's still one guy I've yet to meet, and I'm disappointed.
JP?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be here in a couple weeks.
He will, but I think he's coming here for you guys to have that
Halloween
thing, right?
baby.
I won't. I have my own events I have to do, so I'm not going to be able to. But is he in town like for the whole weekend, or is he just doing the pub crawl?
The whole weekend.
So is he doing like another Hooters liquid lunch or something like that, or we not know?
I don't know. I mean,
Figure
you
it
could
out.
always come by here though if he's.
I just want to say hi.
Yeah.
I got to meet Roger, and obviously I talked to Brett all the time. He's another one that we're constantly sharing stuff on socials together. But I did that Applebee's endorsement, and him and the Super Sandwich Bros. They're constantly doing great content up there, and so they have an infatuation for Applebee's. And I was like, yeah, I've seen some of your stuff. They did some really funny stuff. Like they were standing outside of an Applebee's and it's up in Long Island and it's cold and they're all huddled up and they look like they have cigars in their hands, but it's actually mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
It was really funny. So he's like, hey, how did you get hooked up with them? And I kind of told him the whole situation, and he's like, we're trying, like we've been trying up here in New York to get with them. And I'm like, you guys have really good content. I don't know, maybe it's just not getting seen by the right people. And so I talked to my people here at the Applebee's here, and I said, listen, you guys up there, I know you're probably a different group and all that, but do you have somebody in New York? And she tells me, she goes, that's crazy that you mentioned this to me. I'm like, why? She goes, I literally got a call yesterday from the crew in New York, and they were asking me about you and the promo you were doing. I'm like, it has to be Brett. And
and
so
awesome.
I said, no, these guys are legit. You need to tell your New York rep. Definitely look them up, research them. Here's his contact. These guys are going to do good stuff for you. And sure enough, I think Brett got
awesome.
What a small world.
It is. And I mean, obviously, I miss the Roger and JP element. I love JP on with Diz and Monica as well. But, this is the time of day that I'm out and about doing things. So, this is the time that I get to listen. And so JP reminds me a lot of my dad and just the old school mentality. And I kind of miss that. And so certain things he says and hearing him deal with his father and going through all that, it hit home for me. And so I'm like, he resonates with me because he reminds me of my dad. So I just kind of want to meet the guy.
Oh, well, yeah, you should.
I will at some point. I will.
If you're just tuning in, by the way, that voice is Greg Wolf. You can follow him on all Instagram and all that. Jive Greg Wolf
TBL.
Baby.
Yeah, let's talk a little lightning hot.
The voice of the
there she is. She
lightning.
would probably know the answer to that. Is JP going to be doing any sort? I know he's coming here for the pub crawl, Monica, but is he going to be doing any sort of like liquid lunch again that weekend, or do you not know that?
November 7th, liquid lunch, baby.
Okay, wait, we have a
the
Bucks
following-
game. That's like next week or
The following week after Halloween, he'll be back.
Oh, so he'll be back for that. So that's going to be an easier one for me. So
Okay.
probably not Halloween, but yeah. So hopefully I get to hang out with JP at some point.
Absolutely.
Another USF Bowl shout out, Go Bulls.
Yeah. Hook
But we were talking when I came in about Lightning hockey, and people. Was it John Brennan who was asking like how we felt about the team at this point, guys?
Yeah.
I'm just going to say this. Everybody was so gung-ho because of preseason and how well things went.
Yeah,
right?
they only lost one preseason game.
Correct. And that's like a team franchise record. We had never gone 5-0 to start a season. We went 6-0, and then obviously to what happened with the Florida Panthers and all that. Okay, guys, that was not the current team. You had a lot of guys that were up here from Syracuse trying to make a team, trying to make a roster, right? So you've got our guys and nucleus of our guys working with younger guys that's not the current team you see now, right? So now you've got 4 games in. You lost the first 2. You go to Boston and you just beat an undefeated team. You go to Washington last night and face probably the best player ever in history, obviously, with Alexander Ovechkin.
We were winning most of that game.
Correct. We were. And so we get to overtime. We lose in overtime. Okay, you just got 3 out of 4 points on the road. That's pretty decent to start your road trip. You come home for a day, and we're back out on the road this weekend. When we had Julian Breezeball on the show last year, I asked him, I said, Julian, in your professional opinion, how much time do you realistically put onus on your crew to get gelled and nucleus and like everybody's a cohesive unit? And it could be between 6 and 8 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like literally the first week of the season. So, guys, give it a few more weeks to get these guys. Look at what Pontus Holmberg and Bjorkstrand and Yanni Gord were doing the other day. So, guys, just give it some time.
I like to look at it month to month, 1 month at a time.
Yes,
because it's a 6-month season.
Yeah, guys, it's a lot of hockey to play. All right, so just believe in your boys, trust in the process. We have a fantastic team.
Yeah,
we will get there. Just believe.
And a great organization, as they say it.
You
in
have
hockey.
to. Yes, organize it.
Greg Wolf, I love you, buddy. Thanks for being here. You're the best.
Go Bolts, go Bulls.
JoJo, you already know.
She's the best.
What do I know?
That you're the best.
Oh,
the best.
That's true.
Ian Beckles in the studio tomorrow, everybody. Talk about a Tampa legend, baby. Hell yeah. Have a fantastic rest of your day. JP is up next with Dizzy and Monica, and, of course, Sinning Show after that. And Drew Garabo live with the cat named Mo. Bye-bye.
It's the Mike Calta Aftershow on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the award-winning online learning program.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Designed by education experts, ABC Mouse seamlessly aligns with what your child is already learning in school. And with over 10,000 learning activities and more than 850 lessons, it's an engaging and comprehensive curriculum. More info at abcmouse.com/radio.
I have been teaching for 13 years, and I've never seen a program like ABC Mouse. It encompasses science, math, reading, social studies.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra is back in Tampa for 2 spectacular shows on Sunday, December 14th at Benchmark International Arena. TSO is fighting inflation this year, offering their lowest ticket price in years at $55, including fees, for a limited time only. Get yours now at Ticketmaster.com.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. Protecting America. Fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Cat named Mo from Druga Rebel Live. Primetime, baby, for all American gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richey. Newport Richey's #1 gun range. As a matter of fact, the #1 gun range in Florida. Put that in your revolver and spin it. They have a charity drone shoot November 1st, 2 to 7 p.m., where a portion of the proceeds will go to Action Zone, which is a nonprofit that supports veterans and first responders. That's because All American Gunslingers is owned and ran by veterans, which is why they care about your rights, your safety, and your freedom. America! Bang, bang!
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Save big on our entire truck lineup during Toyota Truck Month. Drive a new Tacoma for $279 per month. Plus, you're only 2 clicks away from your best price. Click the button, complete our form, and get our best price instantly. When you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey, we make it happen.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
My name is Attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco,